back to Your Favorite. Each week we'll be having a new guest come in and cook their favorite dish for us. This week we have my brother Xyan. He's going to be doing some type of rice sausage dish, but I'll let him tell you about it.
Hey.
Hey! Welcome in,
CP
little
people,
side.
Yeah, so as you heard, we're going to be doing a beef sausage entree, and we have some rice here and vegetables that we're going to be preparing along the side, and then finishing it up with some sourdough bread.
Nice.
If you have any dietary restrictions, this might be the meal for you. It's kind of based off of my own lifestyle, so there's not any.
So like, what are the restrictions on this? Because they say we got beef. It's not vegetarian, so what is
so it's
this?
really just kind of for the gluten, anti-gluten people. So anybody who might be dealing with kind of gastrointestinal, it gets rough down there, IBS stuff. This is a kind of a clean meal. So sourdough bread is the only bread, the only carbs that we have. So, and it's sourdough. So if you know anything about grains, that sourdough is a safe option for most turbulent digestion people.
And this chicken stock, what are we going to be using this for? It stood out to me.
So our chicken stock is just going to go with our rice, just a bit of a base to let it, to have it boil in. So
we got a massive bag of basmati rice, folks.
Yep, the good stuff.
Huge bag.
Really, I kind of dropped the ball because I forgot to pick up saffron, but that would have been the finishing touch.
Saffron is so expensive.
It is expensive, but
but it's
for
worth
your basmati rice,
Ooh.
yeah. So
saffron, and I love when it has like the crunchy coating on the bottom. There's actually a word for that. I don't remember. We'll have to insert it later into the video.
I'm doing a basic meal for you guys, so complicated chef terms might not air this episode.
You know what they say, the most basic meals are the tastiest meals.
That's what they say. So and we can go ahead and get into it. It's just going to be pretty piecemeal, straightforward, kind of one thing at a time. We are going to start the rice so that we can
get the rice going.
Yeah.
Okay, so also, do you rinse your rice off?
I do. Okay,
nice. So the rice will need to soak, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not for long. I do usually 10 to 12 rinses, quick rinses, and get it right to boil it on the stove afterwards. So nothing too long. We're gonna start it now so that we can get it going. And do you have any measuring cups?
I do have measuring cups.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I'll need a 1 cup measuring cup.
I have the type where everything is on this little spoon right here. And will you need a bowl to? Are you gonna let it soak in the bowl, or are you just gonna put it in here to soak and then just pour out the dirty water?
Yep, nice and easy, nice and quick.
All right.
We're only gonna do 2 cups here, so I don't know if you want to be my chef's assistant.
Yeah, I'll help out a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, here, let me move this cutting board out of the way. Okay, so how many cups of rice are we doing, you said?
We're doing 2 cups.
We are doing 2 cups of rice.
And then speaking of cutting board, we can also kind of start on these sausages.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so here you go. I've opened the bag of rice. I've assisted.
Excellent.
Cutting boards are going over here. I'm gonna move this grass-fed beef. Yeah, folks, we're using only one half of the counter.
Other people see. So this is our beef. We're gonna get to this later, but I decided to splurge a little bit for the episodes. We have some grass-fed. I usually go lean. This is 90% lean. That's honestly the typical. So
nice.
Yeah, nice and lean.
So you said this needs to get cut up?
Yeah, so we're gonna cut that up into just kind of thin, medium thin slices.
Okay.
And we're just gonna simmer them on the stove later on.
Okay.
One.
Simmer them on the stove. And are we cutting up? We're cutting up the entire sausage.
Typically, it depends on just how much beef you have. So right now we have 2 pounds of beef. So. And also, it's just kind of personal preference. So if you like sausage a lot, I'm a fan of sausage. So yeah, we could go ahead and do, half to a whole sausage.
Okay, we're going whole sausage here, folks. So you can.
You heard. Whole sausage.
Whole sausage. You
We
can
have our
adjust
rice.
how you feel, but that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so is the rice getting soaked?
Yep, so we're gonna go ahead and start soaking our rice. We're gonna rinse it off, really more of a rinse than a soak, but we just have it in our pot here that you're using. And warm water, you know, doesn't have to be boiling. And just start rinsing it out, rinsing it off.
Oh, I didn't even ask you. On these sausage slices, do you have a particular way you like them to be cut? I know some people like them, you know, like super thin. Some people like a little diagonal slant. Like,
I'm not too picky. Those are fine. Yeah, I don't have much. Maybe a bit cleaner cuts.
Oh, clear cut. Yeah, so folks, I have
Not too
cut
picky.
these.
We're using our fingers on the rice to kind of, you know, mess it around. So obviously,
Nice.
make sure you wash your hands before you get started.
Remove all the impurities,
Yeah.
all that. Okay, all that jazz. So while this rice is going and while I'm cutting the sausage, what's the next step? Like, what is in the works? What's in the queue?
So right now, your cue is basically just your sausage and your rice. Once you finish your rice preparations, then you can, you know, go ahead and get active with the beef and the sausage. But
Get active.
for right now, we're just starting our rice and, you know, getting it going. We're gonna season the rice, the water a little bit, you know, before we really let it start. And don't worry if you lose some rice.
There's plenty more rice to go.
Yeah.
Cutting up my ugly sausages while he was doing the rice bit. So those are the sausages.
We're gonna dump out this last bit of water in the rice.
Water.
And
Okay, we can put this to the side.
yeah, well, first we're going to put in our liquids. Dry my hands off here.
Oh, okay, so it's gonna soak, like the stock is gonna soak in it.
Yeah, well, we're getting this thing right on the stove because our meats are not gonna, everything else is gonna cook relatively fast. The rice is
Okay.
gonna be the longest.
Got
so by
you.
the time we finish
So
everything else, the rice should be finishing up cooking as well.
Okay, so we don't soak the rice, we're just rinsing it. And then it's
Exactly.
gonna cook
Yep.
down in this chicken stock. Cool.
Do you have any liquid measuring cups or should I just use?
Just use those for
Liquid
now.
cups.
We need to add that to the list. Liquid measuring cups.
Alright. So we're just gonna put in 2 cups of water. We'll have 4 cups of liquid total, 2 cups of water. And
So 2 cups of your chicken stock.
And really, you know what we're gonna do 3 because we're gonna do 2 cups of liquid for every, or 3 cups of liquid for every 1 cup of rice.
Okay, how many cups of rice are in there again? Give us a reminder.
2 cups.
2 cups. So, okay. Got you. So, 6 cups of liquids. All right. It's gonna be puffy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is there anything I can start on with the pan? Which pan do you want them sausages to get cooked in?
So the sausages are gonna go into our shallow pan. And I'm just gonna turn that on to a medium
This
heat.
is our shallow pan, folks. And the sausages are gonna get done up in here. So do we wanna do some, like, do you use Pam, olive oil, or do we just cook it straight in its own, or how do you usually?
Yeah, just straight on its own is usually fine because, you know, it's sausage, so it already
produces
has
its
some
own
grease.
grease.
Yeah, so I just plop them right on there and, you know, let it do its thing.
Okay, these are going straight in the pan.
We have our liquids here for the rice in there.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay.
We didn't do too much. We have we'll be alright with 4 chicken broth and water. We're also gonna put some basic spices in here. So I'm just throwing in some onion powder. Just a tad.
Okay, so you got some basic spices going in. So you have onion powder that you just put in there.
And then I'm gonna put in some of this black pepper.
Gotcha.
And we're gonna grind this up here.
These are all of our spices. Get in there.
Here. And if you guys are familiar with the Himalayan pink salt.
You know, that's actually supposed to be so good for you.
Yeah.
And like, let's scoot down a little bit more because I remember we have to stay in between the goalposts for filming purposes.
Yeah.
So the Himalayan pink salt, like if you just put it
Scarlet
in, I think it's hot water, it's supposed to clear out your entire system. So you're not supposed to do it unless you have like a weekend because you'll be on the pot for a long time. But
Okay.
so
Maybe I'll try that out one day.
Yeah, pretty good system.
Just putting in some garlic.
Should never have too much garlic, is how I feel about garlic.
Yeah, and I'll probably go in and splash a bit more garlic in there. Then we're just
So
gonna
good.
put some greens. We just have a little bit of parsley.
Oh my god, this rice is gonna be like exploding with flavor.
Yeah, I like to try to make it, I like a flavorful rice.
I do too.
So I'm not a big fan of,
Just letting rice just cook.
I know Safik likes to.
Safik eats like plain rice, I think.
Yeah, real plain.
It's not a thing.
I can't do it, so we're
That's
going
because I'm
ahead.
such a rice person.
Exactly.
I love all the different types of rices people have. This rice is exploding with seasoning.
Yeah. Oh, this hasn't even been opened yet.
Oh, Italian seasoning?
Just a tad. I like a nice herbal mix, so I know a lot of, usually use Italian seasoning and different sauces and whatnot.
Yeah.
I find it works well in the rice as well.
Okay. I'm excited. And then a bay leaf.
And then a bay leaf.
Bay leaf, crucial, all the time.
Yep.
I made jollof once without bay leaves, and I will never do it again.
Well, actually, just going to put like 1.5 in there, one smaller piece.
Sounds good.
And that's pretty much it for our rice.
So the
And
rice is
we're
ready
going to
to
take
get
a
on.
fork and stir that in. And then we'll go ahead and put this on our stove on the back.
You know how you be like, let me just
Get a little taste.
let me get a little taste.
So with our beef, we're just gonna dump it into our saucepan. We're not doing any kind of pre-mixing in the bowl or anything, if I can. So we're gonna just snip that.
Alright, and then
Get that
that's
open.
gonna go into our olive oil drizzled pan over here.
Yeah.
What spices are we gonna use on the beef? Seasoned
So-
salt, or is it gonna be the same ones that we use here? Which ones are we?
They're gonna be similar to what we use on the rice, just with a bit more kind of robustness, I guess you could say.
So a little bit louder.
A little bit louder, but just kind of typical meat spices, beef spices. Nothing too crazy.
Okay.
So go ahead and put that in there. We might chop it out since we have scissors, We're getting there already with the sausage. We're really just gonna leave it on. This doesn't have to cook too long.
It's already looking great, folks.
Yep.
With sausages.
We're gonna add the sausage into our beef, and then we'll just splash the vegetables into the sausage grease. That sounds good, and let them kind of soak in there. And then we'll also add in a tad of broth to the vegetables and some olive oil, along with our spices.
So, he said we're gonna take that sausage out, put it on a plate, get those vegetables into that grease. Actually, I
Turn this
lied.
burner on.
He said take the sausages out and put them in the beef burner.
Yep. We just got our beef burner going to about medium heat.
Nice,
5.5, 6.
Simmer.
So I try not to use too many paper products here.
We're going through a lot of paper towels today, folks. Sorry.
So I keep this sausage going. Feel free to use a spatula.
Keep
to
it
kinda-
moving.
Yep. Stir it up. I'm gonna go ahead with this ladle-y thing.
Ah,
This is what I'm using today, folks, for the beef.
interesting choice.
And just kind of get it separated. You don't have to break it down too much, but
I was gonna ask you that, yeah. Do we want it kind of big or?
yeah, just kind of, chunky enough that you can mix it up with your rice is what I usually aim for.
Oh, okay, so not like kibble-sized pieces.
Right,
Like
so-
you're making like tacos or something.
Exactly, not quite taco stuff, so
Putting it in there.
keep your ladle close by. This is
Nice.
our onion that I'm putting in here, feel free to be liberal. It's like whatever, it's onion, it's delicious.
So you're saying tons of onion, tons of garlic.
And it smells good even when it's just one spice, so we're gonna go ahead and, take it to the next level here.
All right, he's about to throw his spices
Oh.
in for the beef.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm a fan of cayenne, but
not for
no,
this dish.
yeah, we're keeping it pretty simple.
All right, so this is a spice pantry.
I see a Himalayan salt, so we're gonna work that out. I had a grinder Himalayan.
Can I do a dash of this in here?
Yeah, go ahead and put a dash of that. So she just put in some of that
Himalayan salt. So you were saying you have your restrictions, and then you got your college kitchen, and this just became like a comfort meal for you, like easy to do, easy to make.
Nice and nutritious.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be good for bulking too.
When I like to focus on kind of quality and quantity, so
yes.
I want to be filled up after I eat a meal. I want to, feel sated. So
that's true.
I wanted something that would be looking for. You must have found it.
What are you looking for?
Just looking for something that I can make that was easy, but also nutritious and tasted good, and I wouldn't be hungry after I ate it. So
nice.
this is a good way to kind of take care of that. So not too much. Cumin's already pretty strong, so we don't need to add in a ton. Just enough that you can kind of smell it.
All right, how's our rice doing back here?
Our rice is going, and it's a good idea to give your rice a stir as well every now and then as you're cooking it.
So our rice is bubbling too.
Stirring those.
Nice.
As these cook, and we're gonna keep adding in our spice.
Certain ingredients you should go heavy-handed on, like the garlic, the onion powder, but other ingredients like the cumin and the chili, we're just doing a dash of
Pinch of fairy dust and throw it in there.
Yeah. All right, nice.
So we stir this in, and we're also gonna add in a sausage at this point.
Right. Sausage time. Okay, so those sausages are getting put in there.
Yeah, so we just stir these in, nothing fancy.
Nice.
You don't want to take your eyes off of it for too long because beef, also like the sausage, cooks pretty fast. So
juicy.
Yeah.
Can I try a little bit of that beef mixture?
Yeah.
Nice.
We're also gonna put in our red pepper flakes, and I think you had one that was open already.
I do. It's at the back. Here you go.
So,
actually, I'll wait for those red pepper flakes to go in, then I'm gonna hop into it.
so we're just adding in a decent amount of these red pepper flakes.
Let me see.
Like
Okay, do the red peppers again. Sorry, it blurred out.
Yeah. Just our red peppers here that we're sprinkling in.
Cool.
Nice.
Now that he's got those red peppers in there, I'm gonna try a little bit of that beef.
Yeah, go ahead and give it a taste. I'm gonna get full myself just so I can see where we're at taste-wise.
The feeling is so good.
Nice
Like the
touch.
taste, yeah. Yeah. A little bit of sausage.
Yeah. That's about right.
It's good.
We might do a tad bit more of the onion
Never too much onion either.
to give it a bit more of the cohesiveness I'm looking for.
Should I get those veggies going?
Yeah, we can also put those veggies onto our old sausage pan.
So we're breaking up the veggies and they're about to go in the sausage pan.
And at this point now, we can turn our heat. We can turn our sausage and beef burner down to either simmer or low.
So I just threw these veggies in. Like, what else goes on with this veggies? So I tossed them in there, but.
And then so for our vegetables, we're going to take our olive oil.
Okay, getting a little olive oil and
gonna,
drizzling that over top those veggies.
So now that that's drizzled on, we're going to take our chicken stock and drizzle our chicken stock. We've done it.
We set off the fire alarm, folks.
Yep.
Broccoli. Alright, our veggies. They're kind of like plump and fresh.
Yep. So you'll see, you might notice on your cauliflower, we have mixed vegetables here, so it gets a kind of a yellowish.
Pop on them, or is this going to be like
it's a bit of a stir fry. So
stir fry, okay.
Yeah, so we're just we're gonna keep the liquid base in there, so you might see me adding in more liquid periodically.
Yeah.
Just to kind of keep it frying, and then we have this garlic that we're adding in.
Got you.
And we're gonna put in onion, of course. Garlic and onion go everywhere.
Of course.
Dash of that, and you can kind of mix it up as you're,
Should I start
putting in your.
keep the heat on?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh,
Rice is kind of going, so
our rice
yeah,
is
be careful with
exploding.
that. And really, we have a lot of excess. I don't want that much liquid.
So
you might find that you have more liquid than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a vegetable person, so I'm very excited to try everybody's different way of cooking their favorite vegetables. So maybe I'll be converted.
Maybe, let's hope. We're also going to put some black pepper on there, on our veggies.
Okay, let's do that.
And I mentioned saffron earlier, so saffron is another good one to throw on your vegetables if you have it around. It adds a nice flavor to it, a nice freshness.
There's a lot of saffron. We're using saffron like we're rich here.
Yeah. And be careful with your vegetables if you need a bigger pan.
Yeah. Maybe that's
Yeah, next time we'll get a bigger pan going. And we're going to put in just a bit more.
Oh shit, what happened to not letting me get back?
And a bit more.
So the turmeric mixed with the chili powder.
So yeah, turmeric with chili powder. These are turmeric rice that we have here. So we're just going to be mixing that in with our beef that already has a bit of chili powder in there,
I
as
like
well
that
as
it's
cumin.
soft. I think that goes with like the sharpness because the vegetables are not cooked down that much.
Yep,
So it's like a
so-
crisp vegetable, a softer rice, and then the spicy beef and sausage.
I'm actually going to get a bit of a taste here.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Well, I
The
like
bread.
that. So now the bread.
I've been so excited to get to this. So does this get thrown down like on a top just to get toasted? Is it plain? What happens with this?
Also with our bread, right, we're going to move our vegetables to a kind of serving dish.
Here, I have a bowl you can use.
Nice. That's a great bowl. And
Thank
so what we're really just going to reuse the pan
My
again.
sister got it for me.
Right. So we have a hot pan, we have some bread. We're going to slap our bread onto the hot pan.
All right. Any olive oil? Any butter? Or just go pick up this
We're doing
more olive oil? Nice. 2 pieces?
2 pieces.
Okay, I just rubbed in that olive oil. I hope this is what I'm supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Break it down, break it down. Let me get the pan. So
Just for some freshness.
that bread is now in there. Got a little bit of olive oil on it.
I just want
Some more olive oil.
olive oil.
Actually, no. That's too much of that either.
Sorry.
Okay.
Just
Then we've got some parsley flakes in there.
the other side. Just to kind of give it a bit of green on there.
Nice.
And we just let this
Yeah, I think you can get that back on.
heat back on. We're just gonna let these toast for a little bit.
Nice. All right. I feel like I'm gonna get our plates out.
Yeah.
Or is this even in a bowl? Is this best in a bowl or a plate?
Well, it actually is best in a bowl just because.
Fine, that's a little. Okay. Meat,
We have our rice here.
rice. And
Yeah, so you can kind of take it off whenever you want.
here, let me get the camera. Let's get it close up. Watch out, watch out. Heat.
Yep, so we're just throwing them on there.
Throwing our breads on the plates. So we're starting to get quite a spread going here. We got our fresh veggies. We have our sausage and beef, our golden turmeric rice, and our fresh sourdough bread. And
One more of these slices because I like
on there.
bread.
you put one on there for me too. We haven't eaten all day, so I think that we're going to feast on this.
Yep.
Okay. Let me get forks out too. And when he finishes, I will let him plate. I'm gonna come up close. We have our fresh, crunchy veg. In fact, Xyan, how about you narrate everything we've got going here?
Yep, so we just got we've got our stir-fried vegetables that we did in our olive oil and chicken broth, and then we have our beef and kielbasa sausage, hot smoked sausage, cooked as you see, and then we have our turmeric rice. Turmeric rice is a bit misleading. There's just a dash of turmeric in there. It's really more of
Dash
a
goes really long though.
yeah, the dash it goes a long way. So it's a turmeric rice, but it's a basic basmati, you know, your general garlic, onion, black pepper. And then we have our olive oil, toasted bread, sourdough, simple stuff. We just use the same pan that we use for our vegetables. We also cooked our vegetables in the same pan that we use a sausage in. So not only is this meal nutritious, it saves cookware. It's very advantageous. Yep.
All right.
Now it's time to eat.
Show us how to plate this up.
So what I like to do is start off with my rice.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get a scoop of rice. My base here.
Nice.
Careful with this pan, it's kind of hot.
Hot.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and dump this rice in here.
Okay.
Like on sticky rice, girl. And get a little more there. Load you up.
Thank you.
Let me know if you want some more.
Sticky rice.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Tiny bit.
That's good. That's good.
Then I go ahead and add in the meats.
Ooh, give me heavy on meat.
Yep. And I'll do you
Yeah.
first.
Cool.
And then I'll go ahead and add in my own. I just got a lot of beef. I want some more of that sausage there.
Yeah. Crucial.
Yep. I don't know what seasoning they use for kielbasa, but that's such a
Kielbasa is one
pound.
of my favorite meats.
It is the best meat, maybe.
I don't know. I really do like goat.
Yeah,
And
but
I
you have
like
to
lamb a
prepare
lot,
goat
too.
yourself. Kielbasa you just like load it into a
Kielbasa's
pan
easy.
and yeah, it's
Anyone
all the
can
seasonings.
make kielbasa and it'll taste good. I think that's kielbasa's main appeal.
Exactly.